Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, let's continue our chess tutorials. In this video, we're gonna talk about the opening of Mr. Morphy and the Petrov's trick, and also we're gonna play a game from our book to finalize the opening in a chess and some opening mistakes. So, but before we start, I have to thank my dear friend Mr. Mayor for his thinking to solve the previous trick. Hello Ahmed, thanks for the video and exercise. I think the right move would be queen to e2. Since black knight would try to fork our queen and rook and prevent us from castling. Please correct me if I'm wrong or not wrong. Thank you very much. Here, okay, here let's. The previous tutorial we talked about Petrov's law, but I did not mention Petrov. So e4 and then the black e5, then nf3 and then nf6. So what is the best move for the white? Like Mr. Meyer said, it is after this you can capture this and the black knight can capture e4. Now if we play, if the white plays any move, or suppose that b3, okay, now this black can capture this and you have to capture it by your king, and now you lose your castling. Okay, so this is an assumption or a guess, but now the best thing is to do is to get your q. So q e2 is the best move. Now what is the best scenario? What is the recommended scenario? Please imagine what's gonna happen now. You have to imagine many scenarios in chess. Generally in any game, this will make you move forward, and you have to be able to ask what if questions. So what if now what's going on? Now the black knight has to full pack to avoid being captured. So suppose we play it here or here or any place or any safe place. Now what happens next? So please take a look on this great move. Now k e5, we can get it, we can move it to c6, and now what's going on? So we have here a check by the queen, and at the same time this knight attacks this queen at the same time, and now you cannot capture this knight. Why? Because there is a check. You have to defend your queen and you have to defend your king. So you have to play, you have three plays actually, or three movements, or three guesses. You can defend your king by this move, or you can defend it by this move. So here the second guess. Also you can defend it by this move, the third guess, or the fourth guess is this. At all situations you will get your queen captured by this. Okay, or the worst to the worst, yes, yes, you can get it captured by this knight. And here is Petrov's trick. You can get the opponent's queens at the first uh, play, or at the start of the game, early in the game. So now you can, if you're black, you can capture his knight, but you will be you have the good thing now is that you captured his queen. So this is the Petrov's attack. Also, you can check out Petrov's chess. Petrov's defense. Now you can check out, please, you have to check out Petrov's defense, and you have to know how to defend yourself against Petrov's attack. So there is a Petrov defense, and you can check it out in this video or many videos. And here Petrov's defense, to avoid or to defend your black queen from getting captured at this early stage of the game. So you can avoid this trick. Okay, here is the first two moves, and you cannot you it's better for you to play d6, not to capture this pawn. If you capture this pawn, we're gonna complete or continue Petrov's trick. So you can check out, please, how to avoid this problem. So now we're gonna talk about Morphy's opening. So Paul Morphy, here is an American chess player here. Paul Charles Morphy, United States, born on June 22nd, and he's one of the greatest chess player in the history. Okay, this is very interesting to read about these heroes. Okay, let's start. So Morphy is opening, white's Paul Morphy, and here the black count Oswald, okay, and the Duke of the Brunswick in consultation. Okay, consultation. So e2, e4. Here is Mr. Morphy. e2, e4. Then e7, e5. Okay. ng1, f3. f3. d7, d6. d7, d6 to support this pawn. d2, d4. d2 to d4 to attack this pawn, while also at the same time this pawn is protected by this knight. So bc8, g4, bc8 to g4, and a question mark why he attacks, or they attack now this knight, and also they prevent it from any move or doing any move. Why we cannot move this now? or you will get your queen captured. Okay, so d4 x e5, d4 x e5, d4 x e5. This is what Mr. Morphy did. And now bg4 x f3, bg4 x f3. So now the white lost. I've just lost. His knight, and of course after 4, dx e5. Okay, white would win a pawn by 5. Qx d8 plus kx d8. Okay, and here in x e5. So these are scenarios or after 4. So we're gonna complete 4. Here is q d1 x f3, q d1 x f3. Okay, so the black bishop made 2 moves. Okay, and was exchanged for the white knight, which had only made 1. As a result, white has gained a development advantage over his opponent. So this is the good thing for the white now. So let's play bf 1. Okay, for the 4, d6 xe5, d6 d6 captures 5. Okay, and here is the story. Black bishop made 2 moves. Okay, now bf1 to c4, bf1 to c4. Now the white is trying to give a checkmate. Notice. Okay, so what is white threatening? Yes, now in g8 to f6, in g8 to f6, in f6. Okay, why? To prevent this attack. So black defense again is the mate, but has not noticed the other threat created by Morphy's last move. qd7 would be a better move, although black would still be faced with a difficult defense after the possible white moves like this. So now 7q f3 to b3, q f3 to b3. Now there are 2 threats here for this pawn, and plus, and give a check, and you can capture this pawn without any problem. Okay, so white attacks 2 black pawns at the same time. The queen attacks pawn on b7, and the bishop attacks f7. So okay, here's the pawn of f7. Black cannot defend both of them. You cannot. Relatively the best, although he must lose a pawn. Black wants to at least force an exchange of queens after 8. Okay, so here are the scenarios or some questions, but let's complete 8 now. nb1 to c3, nb1 to c3. Sorry, there is the black moves q d8 to e7, q d8 to e7 is q d8 to e7. So e7 here is here. Okay, and then nb1 to c3, nb1 to c3. After md1 white, with this move, Morphy emphasized that it's more important in the opening to develop your pieces than to capture enemy pawns. So Morpheus did not capture this pawn or capture this pawn. No, he preferred the fast development, as we talked or we showed the previous tutorial. Good job, Morphy. And here c7, c6, c7, c6. Okay. In order to defend his pawn, black is forced to make yet another pawn move instead of developing his pieces. So the black has no time to for the development, but he now is defending himself or his pieces, and this is very bad for him. Now bc1 to g5, b bc1. This is b bishop bc1 to bc1 to g5. Now the white is still continuing his development and also attacks this knight. Okay, so white has now completed the development of minor pieces, and now b7 to b5, b7 to b5. Now he's trying to defend himself. Black expects the white bishop to retreat, after which he could play, and so on. Okay, so now in c3 captures b5, in c3 captures b5. What a move! In c3 captures b5. Wow! So an important moment. So important moment in the game. Morphy sacrifices the knight in order to open up lines along which his other pieces can attack the black king. So this sacrifice is not an accident, but rather a manifestation of one of the principles which govern chess struggles. According to this principle, the player who has developed faster than his opponent must strive to open up lines since his pieces are ready to seize control of them. Conversely, a player who is behind in development should avoid moves that lead to the opening of lines, since his pieces are not ready to use them and they will be taken over by the opponent's pieces. Great job! Now c6 captures b5. c6 captures b5. Wow! Notice that the black now is very happy. Why? Because he captured two pieces. But his situation now is worse. So now 11 bc4 captures b5. bc4 captures b5. Okay. And a check plus. There is a check. So now in b8 to d7, in b8, in b8 to d7. Okay. So by castle now, the white, what will is going on now? O shorta O, O dash O dash O. Now attacking this by the bishop and the rock. By castling long white enables the queen's rock to immediately enter the struggle along the d file. So this is the d file. What's white's threat now? So b x d7 plus, and black cannot capture with 13. and so on. Nx d7 since he would lose his queen. So r8 to d8, r8 to d8. Okay. Why doesn't black play 12 q b4? Because of 13. Here's bx f6 q x b3. Okay, and then the scenario will be worse. Okay, you can try these scenarios by yourself. Now we're gonna complete rd1 x d7. Okay, rd1 x this, and rd8 x d7, rd8 x d7. So white sacrificed the exchange in order to eliminate the important defensive knight, and now brings up fresh reserves in the form of the h1 rock. Okay, black on the other hand has conducted the opening so poorly that neither his rock on h8 nor his bishop on f8 can help him in this defense, on his defense. After this, rh1 to d1 to d1, yes, rh1 to d1, q e7, yes, to e6, q e7 to e6, bb5, bb5 x d7, and gives check. Now, gentlemen, black must capture this by this knight. So here, gentlemen, there is a check, and now the situation of the black is more worse. Will capture this. There is no choice. So now, gentlemen, there are checkmate. Now you have to find out the two white moves that will give the black checkmate. I'm gonna wait for you. Please try to solve this trick, okay, or this exercise. Now, generally, you're gonna talk about mistakes in the opening. Every time somebody loses a game, it's because he has made some mistake. Sometimes, even a mistake in the opening can be so serious as to decide the outcome of the whole game. In chess, as in life, we must pay for our mistakes, and the more serious the mistake, the more severe the penalty. Let's go over some opening principles whose violation results in mistakes. So it is bad to bring out your queen early in the game. If you do, your opponent will be able to develop his minor pieces with gain of tempo by attacking your queen, which being the more valuable piece will have to retreat. Do not make passive waiting moves in the opening, such as a2 to a3, like this, a2 to a3, or h2 to h3. Okay, h7 to h6. Every move should be used either to bring out piece or to open a line, rank, file, or diagonal for a piece. Do not waste time, tempos, in the opening by unnecessarily moving the same piece several times. An attack conducted with meager forces before you have completed your development and castle is premature, unless your opponent has committed some gross blunder that allows you to make a combination that wins by force. Do not go chasing after some small material advantage, such as a pawn, in the opening at the cost of lagging behind in development or getting a bad position. So now we can play another game. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. E2, E4, E7, E5, D2, D4, E5 captures D4. Okay. C2, C3, C2, C3, D4 captures C3. Now the white has just lost 2 pawns. Bf1, C4, Bf1, C4. Wow. Bf1, C4, C3 captures B2, the third pawn. Now, notice Bc1 captures B2, Bc1 captures B2. So the first move of the white at which he captures a pawn. So let's talk about the analysis. This opening is known as the Danish gambit. White sacrifices 2 pawns in order to develop his bishops on active diagonals without loss of time. So 5 bf8 to b4, bf8 to b4 and plus check. A solid defense. A solid defense is 5 d5, okay? With the idea of giving back one or perhaps even both of the pawns in order to achieve full piece development. A possible variation is 6. So B captures D5, B B4 plus, and then 7 is in C3, and so on. There are listeners. So let's talk about the 6. The NB1 to D2. Please, gentlemen, try to do these scenarios by yourself, okay? These are the another guesses. NB1 to D2. NB1 to D2. Here, to defend the king. Now, QD8 to G5. QD8 to G5. And there is a question mark. Why? Now, Black is trying to increase the attack on this knight, and also he wanna capture this pawn. NB1 D2, okay, okay. NB1 D2. Okay. Q D8 G5. Now 7 NG1 F3. NG1 F3. So white sacrifices the third pawn and continues to rapidly bring his pieces into play. Notice what happens next. QG5 captures G2. Well, RH1 G1. BB4 captures D2. BB4 captures D2. Where is b4? Okay, b4 captures d2. Okay, b4 captures d2 and give check d2. Yes, and gives check. Oh my god. So this is the position that the black had in mind when he played qg5. What's white to do now? If he recaptures the bishop with his queen, he will lose his knight. Okay? If he recaptures it with his knight, he will lose his rook. And if he recaptures it with his king, captures d2, he will lose his pawn on f2 with check. So now what's going on? ke1 to e2, ke1 to e2. Wow. Now this move's overlooked by black, allows white to continue with a devastating attack. Now qg2 h3, qg2 to h3, then qd1 captures d2, qd1 captures d2. Okay, qg okay. Someone who came upon this position without seeing what led up to it might be forgiven if he thought for an instant that only white had been moving for most of the game, most of the game. Black has three wonderful extra pawns, but has paid dearly for them. All his pieces, except the queen, are in a deep slumber, so to speak, while all the white pieces control important files and diagonals and are ready to launch an attack. It is therefore no surprise that the struggle is over in just a few more moves. So let's see. Ng8 to f6. Ng8. So in g8 to f6. Okay. bc4 captures f7. bc4 captures f7 and gives a check. Okay. ke8 to d8. ke8 to d8. Okay. If the next move 11, k captures f7, then 12 ng 5 plus wins the queen. Okay, while if 11 is kf8, then the 12th move is ba3 plus d6, and the 30th move will be bx d6 plus, and so on. Okay, so now the 12 is rg1 captures g7. rg1 captures g7. Okay, nf6 captures e4. nf6 captures e4. nf6 captures e4. Okay, now qd2 to g5. qd2 to g5. Where is g5? Here is g5, and there is a check. Wow. So now in e4 capture g5, of course. Now white has just lost his queen. Uh, Tell me please, as an exercise for you, how can the white give a checkmate? This is the second exercise. Please try to solve it. The white now can give the black king a checkmate. Okay, thank you very much. I hope this helps you. Please do not try to search for the solutions. Try to reach it by yourself, and please contact with me through my YouTube channel, and hope this helps. Thank you very much, and please try to watch many moves, and check out YouTube videos, and read books please, and try to play chess titans and apply what you have learned. Okay, thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.